Can you feel it, Secrets Behind the Stars family? Tonight we're not chasing a red carpet look or decoding a press release. We're slipping into something far more intimate. I'm bringing you a story that hums like a quiet melody in the background of fame, the kind of tale that doesn't need flashbulbs to glow. It's about Alp Navras, a man you think you know, and Alina, the woman who disarms him without saying a word. And yes, it's about a birthday in Spain that became so much more than a party. Before we get into the details, make sure you're subscribed to Secrets Behind the Stars, because what we're sharing today comes straight from hearts close to the couple, and you won't hear it told like this anywhere else. Alp has turned 36, and the candles this year flickered far from Istanbul. He's in Spain for a new series, where the shooting schedule never lets up and the days stretch long and bright. Yet something unexpected has softened the edges of the grind. Alina is there, steady and luminous, carving out a calm center in the whirlwind. The word among those who see them up close is that what binds them isn't loud or showy, it's a grounded kind of devotion that doesn't need to be seen to be real. And next to Alina, her young son has stepped into Alp's life in a way no one predicted, not even him. Friends quietly say the boy has taken to Alp as if he's known him forever. They've been to little plazas and shaded parks between takes. Alp has walked him past cameras and cables with the kind of patience you don't associate with someone used to always being the focus. On set, he kneels to tie a shoelace, points out a trick of light, explains how a scene comes together, not as an actor holding court but as a man sharing a world. The public persona, with all its edges and intensity, relaxes into warmth around the child. It's as if the part he's playing off-screen is the one he had been missing all along. Alina, who knows how to plan the quiet moments that matter, had been arranging Alp's birthday for weeks without him suspecting a thing. She booked a stone house outside Seville, the kind of place with old walls that keep secrets and courtyards that trap the scent of evening orange blossoms. The theme wasn't opulent or performative, it was tender. White roses in glass vases, red candles glowing like little embers on wide wooden tables, soft jazz murmuring from a corner speaker. And tucked where Alp would find it, a birthday card drawn by small hands, bold colors, uneven lines, a smiling figure with dark hair holding another, smaller hand. It's the detail that tells the whole story. Someone in Alina's circle put it this way: for the boy, Alp isn't just the star his mother admires, he's a kind of everyday hero, the one who listens, the one who shows up. They said this would be the first time they all felt like a unit under one roof, not as visitors in each other's lives but as something approaching a family. That sentiment guided every choice. The menu was built from dishes Alp always asks for when he's happiest: silky pastas and rustic Italian flavors, rich but comforting. And the soundtrack threaded through the night like memory, Spanish guitar pieces Alp has been playing on repeat lately, those sunlit, liquid notes that make nostalgia feel brand new. Alina even set up a small corner with gifts for her son, a reminder that the home they were choosing was wider than a single celebration and warmer than a single flame. Picture the moment: the lights dim to a twilight hush, the guitar slides into a softer tune, and Alina steps forward in a simple white dress that looks like it belongs to the house and the night. She's carrying a small cake with 2 candles, one for the man she loves, one for the boy who is learning what love looks like. She stops in front of Alp and says, voice barely above the music, that even though the date belongs to him, what it really marks is the day they understood what he had brought into their lives. You can see the words land. The smile on his face isn't the one fans know from premieres, it's gentler, less performed, lit from the inside. Word got out fast, as it always does, and those who were nearby insist the change in him is unmistakable. The line I heard again and again from people who were around that house: he's not just a leading man anymore, he looks like someone ready to lead a home. When the boy sat tucked right up against him and they blew out the candles together, you could hear the cheer twist into something softer. The child said, clear as a bell, "Happy birthday, Alp." He blinked hard in the doorway of that wish. The moment felt unguarded, the sort of thing tabloids steal but can't explain. Still, Spain's gossip pages tried. They printed photos from late in the evening, Alp with his arm around the boy, Alina watching them like a secret she won't spoil, and ran them with headlines about a star who seems to have found somewhere to belong. If you've followed Alp over the years, you've watched the intensity, the discipline, the almost stubborn drive that got him here. You've also seen how deep the emotional currents run beneath the surfaces he shows the world. This birthday didn't change him so much as reveal the way he's been changing for a while. Those close to him say that time with Alina and her son has gentled the pace of his heart. He hasn't lost any of his strength, he's just stopped confusing steel with solitude. To hear a friend tell it, he's less afraid of feeling and more in awe of how much bigger life gets when you let it. At 36, that's its own kind of arrival. The party wasn't solemn, it crackled with laughter and the kind of warmth you can't stage. A few trusted friends dropped in. Some of the Spanish co-stars from his set came to raise a glass and tease him about how the crew had noticed he started slipping off between scenes to check in with two people who suddenly mattered more than sleep. Even the producer slid through to toast him, more as a friend than a boss. But the detail that everyone keeps repeating when they describe the night is simple. Alp picked the boy up, turned to him with a conspiratorial wink, and handed over a small present wrapped in plain paper. Inside was a bright soccer ball. He said, "This is our promise that whenever life gets loud, we'll still find time to play." Alina's eyes glossed over, because in that sentence was the hush she had been building all month. By morning, Spanish shows couldn't resist looping the photos with captions that all meant the same thing: an actor who doesn't only perform love on screen. One headline called him a man who finally let himself arrive home, and for once, it didn't feel like an exaggeration. Online, the conversation lit up. Some admirers insist this is the most grounded version of him they've ever seen. Others, protective in their own way, say they miss seeing him around Turkish sets and wish he'd returned sooner rather than later. But even in disagreement, the thread is the same: there's a wide affection for the way he's stepping into something steadier, and a curiosity about what it means for the roles he'll choose next. Spanish fans, especially, started using the same phrase over and over, saying it felt as if Alp had been folded into a family, and those words spread fast. Of course, a night like that doesn't end at midnight. It nudges the future into view. People close to the couple say Alp has been talking about plans in a more deliberate way than before. He said out loud that he wants what he's building with Alina to last, that he's ready to anchor himself somewhere that isn't just a set or an airport lounge. Staying in Spain while the series runs its course appeals to him, not only for work but because it keeps them in a place where their new routine already makes sense. The idea that has turned from rumor into possibility is a move to a small town by the coast, someplace with morning markets and sea air, a distance from noise but not from life. If they take that step, it won't be a retreat. It will be a beginning. Now, secrets behind the Stars family, let's be honest about why this story hits as hard as it does. It's not just that Alp is aging into a different kind of glow or that Alina knows how to hold a space steady. It's that what we saw in that house near Seville is the way stardom melts into something human when the right people gather at the same table. He didn't stop being the man who can command a scene, he chose to become the man who can listen to a child laugh and feel it more deeply than applause. He didn't set down ambition, he set down a fragment of armor. That's a transformation you can't fake, and to those who witnessed it, that's what made the night more than a party. When the last candle stuttered out and the music drifted into silence, the house held onto the warmth like a memory that refuses to fade. Alp helped tidy up, the easy motions of someone unbothered by glamour. Alina tucked her son into bed, a ritual that made the clock irrelevant. Somewhere between the clink of glasses being set aside and the sound of someone laughing in another room, they looked at each other with the kind of quiet that says more than speeches. If you listen, you can almost hear the shape of the year ahead. Films and scripts, yes. But also little rituals no one else will get to see: mornings with coffee on a sunny terrace, school runs between call times, a shared calendar that divides the days into what matters most. The crew that has watched Alp on set describe a man who moves with a steadier center now. He still hits his marks, still gives directors what they ask for, but there's a patience to him that wasn't there before. He doesn't rush toward the end of a day as if peace waits only after work, he stitches peace into the hours as he goes. That's the gift Alina has given him, they say. Or maybe it's the gift he allowed himself to accept. Either way, it shows up on screen in the places you can't name but feel. It shows up off screen when a boy reaches for his hand without looking and finds it there every time. And so this birthday becomes a marker, not in the way of big public milestones, but like a line in the sand that tells you where the tide turned. Alp didn't wake up different the next morning. He woke up the same man, more sure of what he wants to protect. The industry will keep talking. The comments will keep coming. But somewhere in a stone house near Seville, there's a drawing taped to a wall, white roses faintly browning in their vases, a soccer ball rolling from one room to another, and the memory of two small flames that meant more than the number on a cake. That's where the story is living now, in the quiet, where the most important parts of our lives always do. So tell me, do you believe this softer, steadier side of Alp is his truest one, or do you think it's simply a moment caught in perfect light? Is this a turning point you've been waiting to see, or a chapter that deepens what you already knew about him and about Alina? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk about it the way only the Secrets Behind the Stars community can, honestly, warmly, with curiosity instead of noise. And if this story moved you, hit subscribe, ring that bell, and stay close, because next time we're peeling back the curtain on the Spanish series that brought him here in the first place, the scenes, the whispers, the choices shaping what you'll watch next. Until then, hold this picture in your mind. A man whose eyes shine softer in candlelight than they do under spotlights, a woman whose calm turns a house into a home, and a little boy who made a wish with him and taught him what to wish for next.